I want to hear Kira's stance
Oh, go
on
ahead.
Chris,
Yeah.
being the pick of the litter.
Oh.
Have you
Have you ever been
when you go in these spaces? Have you been in a group of men and they said you are the pick of the litter?
Why y'all be putting me on?
We're gonna put both of
because
y'all.
Chrissy been on the spot.
Have you? I'm gonna ask the question again. Have you ever been in an atmosphere, whether it's a banquet, meeting, whatever, and you yourself, you without a doubt say, "I'm the pick of the litter in this motherfucker." Have you ever had that experience?
Yeah, all the time.
And what that look like? What does that feel like?
I mean, can't really say how I feel, but I mean, yeah, I've been there plenty of times.
No one woman should have all that power.
That's true.
So upon
all that attention.
acknowledging this, were these guys undesirable to you because you saying you don't really have any real context or description of it? So I would assume these guys weren't your cup of tea.
I think because the way I am, if I'm at like a banquet or something with work, I wouldn't be looking at them like that anyway.
Okay.
You got to be professional at all times.
Okay.
As a woman in the work industry, you have to make sure that you carry yourself to a particular standard.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be looking at them anyway if we at like a banquet or something that's work related.
So you're not open to opportunity the opportunity of forever or whatever it is that you're objectively looking for, because it might be for never, just for now. You don't keep your eyes peeled or your senses peeled for that. You don't stay aware for that.
Not right now, no.
So you're gonna sit up here with a straight face and pretend that you just
Not right
like you suspend all attraction.
Not right now. Not right now.
I know what she's
be in
saying.
a place.
I know what
be in a
she's
place
saying.
for it.
I seen.
I understand exactly what she's saying.
I seen her perspective.
I was doing what Cam was doing to the good doctor. I was just trying to ask the question in a different way and see if I could get a different answer.
Let me ask Chris the same question, because we want to hear the woman's perspective, because we have a lot of men. But like I said, in this arena of being privileged, being that gift, or being that special woman in this area of number of these affluent men, do you feel you had the experience to say, I'm the shit in this motherfucker? And what does that look and feel like?
Feel good in the moment.
But do you don't see promise in it? Sounds like, right? Why you don't see promise? That's the question. Why you don't see promise? Because she said the same. She dismissed it. Why you don't see promise in it?
Because it depends on where you at. You're not looking to
what determine the factor to say, well, I'm
like
over here, I can take it.
You're not fit to be looking, at coworkers or anything.
But I'm saying I'm over here. I ain't gonna take too much, but I'm over here. Oh, I'm gonna listen to this time. What's the difference?
So is it that you ladies are just like, you're so laser focused on work or profession that it, for whatever reason, your life outside of that just not exist?
Null and void.
So you're living an episode of Severance.
Option overload.
Now, it might not be option overload. Like, there's a show on, I'm not sure what it comes on, but it's called Severance. People go to work and they it's a chip in their head that makes them not know that they have a life outside of work. Then they get outside of work and they live their life outside of work. So like it's like y'all talking, and that's all I can hear as I see. Well, I see what I'm hearing. Okay, so what I'm saying is you don't literally live that. Why are you purposefully blocking off the possibility that you might? Because I'm gonna keep on saying it. I want y'all to know, y'all are not ugly. You are two gorgeous young women. So how is it possible that you're working this hard when you don't want to? And I'm not trying to do like Cam did the doctor. How is it that you're working this hard, so hard, in fact, that you can't see the possibility of a pleasurable life outside of working? You know what I'm saying? A pleasurable life with a man or woman. I'm not in y'all business. With a partner.
So basically, you're saying why they want.
Yeah. Why are y'all behaving in a way
I'm
that
gonna say this.
Close y'all off to opportunity.
I'm gonna say this for me. I'm gonna speak, and hopefully this can help them with the answer. The reason I wouldn't never date a coworker, even if, let's say, I'm a man that want marriage and children, and I'm around beautiful women. I always find it muddy from my experience to date someone at work.
I don't disagree.
But they said back in the day, 40 to 52% of relationships started at work.
And that's a fact, Jack.
40 to 52%
of the relationships. But now, what are these relationships now? We're talking about side niggas at work.
But you know what,
Chris?
But
you got more women looking to go into the workforce.
Chris, what you have to also, what you have to also take into account with those relationships, especially back then, a lot of these people were they didn't date in high school, didn't date in college because they were laser focused on profession. Once they graduated high school, because we're talking about the silent generation, we're talking about baby boomers and Generation X, because we're not talking about millennials and Gen Zers. Those people were in a totally different social structure, right? So now they were getting married. Like the latest that they would be getting married was 25, but you're out of school by then, right? You had people who didn't get secondary education. They're getting married between 18 and 22. The college age students at that time were getting married between 22 and 25. So for us, it's the average age for a young black woman, because I mean, or what young women in America is 31. For men, it's 33. So I mean, I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But we have to think about the time that we in now too. You know.
I got you.
So like, but and even on it, like. What is it that it was a magazine article came out not too long ago. Women are not seeing men as economically attractive.
Right. Yeah.
So that's, I mean, like we have to deal with that too. You can't, like my little brother graduated in 2015. He went to Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? Rhonda Wolfen is my cousin. He went to Morehouse. But Morehouse only has like 3,000 students. Right. It's not like they finding a whole bunch of black men that are like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you have a whole bunch of women who are holding out, and you're talking about options.
Who is it?
Court.
Pull him up.
What does it say? What does it say?
But nah, I'm gonna say this.
You
like
know.
I said, for me,
Oh, they hating on you.
Nah, they ain't hating on. But for me, I will always say this: it's just hard to date at work, and because it could get muddy, y'all could break up. You could, you know,
tell all your business.
Yeah, all your business. I think to work is already stressful, and to add a relationship, and then to add a failed relationship, and everybody know that it's a failed relationship, and then let's say you're a person that's habitual work dater.
All right.
Now you gotta date another. Now you date another nigga at work, and now this nigga come in the break room, and you on here sharing a sandwich with your other nigga, your new nigga, and he looking at you over there stirring the coffee like,
Don't remind me, dog. This happened to me in real life.
I'm just saying, I've seen it. I've actually seen old people at jobs I've worked fight each other, 60-year-old people, because the old nigga dating this girl, this lady, they break up, and now he's dating her friend. They all work together, and they actually get the fist fight. And we're talking about these are 60-year-old people.
That's crazy.
So
wow.
When I'm seeing this, and I tell people this all the time.
Definitely.
I don't
Boy, Mercedes like a motherfucker, ain't it?
I deliver this, so I know.
Yeah.
Like a girl that got killed.
And Mercedes,
niggas shooting at each other.
We stayed off
chicks.
work for 2 hours. They made us go back, and then they was like, you know what, y'all need to go home.
Yeah, like niggas.
That literally happened.
Right, niggas and girls, like they tripping out there.
I'm gonna oblige you, Chris. I'm gonna oblige you, Christian. Say if you can. I don't know if y'all had any more points. Give Christian some more context of this interview, because like I said,
I got another video.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched none of this.
You ain't watched what?
Christian took the words out right out my mouth.
Hold on,
because I've been waiting an hour and 30 fucking minutes.
It's a lot of shit on Instagram.
It's a really good interview.
It's a lot. But go ahead, Sid.
Okay, so let's keep going. I got a synopsis of the whole video at the end. I got y'all.
All right, go ahead, Sid.
I'm having a hard time to believe a very educated, a very attractive woman out of 41 years have not met Mr. Right. That's enough time to find a lot of things out.
I bet.
And yet, no kids, single. I'm not, but I am saying, are women's expectations unrealistic?
No, I'm gonna say, like I said on Nick, the question shouldn't be why isn't a woman of age, of success, of a certain caliber not married with kids. The question should be, why are people rushing to the altar just to become divorcees or baby mamas and baby daddies? I think if anything, we need to be teaching our society, take your time, young man or young woman, so that you can get to know not just this person, but yourself first, so that you can choose a life partner, not that that person isn't exempt to divorce, instead of rushing to the altar just to become a divorcee or a baby mama and have multiple kids by multiple women, just to say you have broken families everywhere. I don't see no benefit in that.
So before anybody go, I gotta say this. For a woman to sit here and tell us that she's not rushing at the age of
41.
41
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
is
You got 29
fucking
years left,
That's
baby.
insane. If you start dating at 18 to 38, that's 20 years. You had 3 more on that, that's 41. That's 23 years. You had to choose someone. And for you in your prior clip that we played to tell Cam Newton that he has a fear of marriage, I would like to say, I think you have the same fear. And that's why you can call that same fear out in the brother Cam Newton, because you are that and you've seen that and you have been that. Because you also said that you have been proposed to 4 times and have no children. What are you waiting on? We will call you above average when it comes to looks, body still tight, and you're 41, so we can only imagine what you look like at 25, 30, 35.
Right.
So when we having these conversations about a woman, god damn,
I'm trying to turn it off. I was like, why are you doing this to me?
Damn
But-
androids.
but
Yeah,
if we
it's
have-
premature.
if we're having these conversations about you being fine at 41, you are much finer and much more fertile. And you said you would only hope to have children of your own one day. And we know statistically, at the age that you are, you have already lost most of your eggs. Now I know they got in vitro, and I know they got adoption, I know they got surrogates, and I know they got a lot of other things. But why, as a man, would I want to have to buy a woman and still have to go put a new motor in her?
That's true.
That's the question that I have to ask.
Everybody ain't Jamal Bryant. My bad. Damn, I jumped out too fast. My bad.
I want to ask Chrissy, why are women waiting so long to pick a guy when we know in your youth you've had so many quality guys approach you with the perfect scenario? And I've dated women who've had and who told me and confessed they had similar propositions given to them by viable guys, successful guys, guys on the path to success, and yet they traded up and said, "I'm not gonna give. I'm gonna throw him back in the water. I get something better later on down the line." Why is what is that?
Because everybody act like they got time.
Everybody
Looking
is
for
in
the
women.
Women, like looking for the perfect guy. Like men, you might want to look for the perfect woman.
But we know perfect men and perfect women don't exist, especially as age comes into, because the more age you get, the more experience and the more probability you
And
have
set in your
had
ways.
trauma.
And sit in your ways. You get set in your ways.
Yeah, you had some trauma. If you get to 38, let's say I'm 40, I'm a 40-year-old. I used to think I can hang with the young guys, but I come to find out that I'm up, and that's okay. I understand I have to evolve, but I have never said I can go and do what the 20-year-olds are doing. I see a lot of women thinking they can compete with these young 20-year-old women.
That's true.
Why is that?
Hold on, before you go, Chrissy, I'm gonna say this too. There was also this post that went viral a few months ago, and we might have discussed it on here, about this younger girl talking about how the older women, the 40 plus women, are making it hard for the younger women to date because they have not left the dating market, and they should have already got their husband and got out the way, because now we got this whole phenomenon of cougars and everything else. So what do you have to say about that?
Like Jerry with that young boy.
I agree with that too, but it's also like social media.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to do everything they see on social media, even at a bigger age, older woman.
I agree.
Why do you feel that way? Because I don't think that's true, but I like to know why you feel that way. I don't believe that's true.
Why do you think social media plays such? Are you asking that?
I'm saying I don't believe that social media plays a bigger.
Okay, I think it do.
I think it does. Everybody think when they see people on social media, they live in this perfect lifestyle. So
let me ask you this. Well, no, I'm not gonna ask you this, but I'm gonna aid you, and I'm not gonna try to. Have you ever seen a Crown Victoria? Okay. Have you ever seen a Lincoln Town car? Well, not even a Lincoln Town car. Have you ever seen a Mercedes Benz of any kind? Did you see them before social media existed?
Yeah.
Did you want them before social media existed?
I mean, a Mercedes Benz, not a Crown Vic, and none of that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying no. I'm saying the okay.
You
That's
said
what I said.
Crown Vic because I don't know what a
Yeah,
Crown
I don't
Victoria
want no-
is.
A Crown
Oh,
Victoria.
you don't know what that is?
No, I'm saying
She
he's saying it
aged-
politically
She
correct.
aging
Like
herself.
Oh,
A Crown Victoria. A Crown.
No, I know
She
what it
Gen
is, but I'm
Z.
saying the way you said it, I'm like,
You
Okay.
Gen Z.
Okay.
I
Okay.
agree with
A Crown
Mercedes-Benz,
Vic.
but
A
not a
Crown
Crown
Vic and a
Vic.
That Dr. Umar Jr. You got to
Yeah,
listen
Crown
to.
Vic and a Lincoln Town. I was about to say a Lincoln Town car, but the Crown Vic and a Lincoln Town car are literally the exact same. On my automobile was
I don't
just.
want neither one.
Just
of
a-
them.
I'm saying, but the point, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, but I grew up on Lincoln Mercury, so I had to sometimes think because that's my dream. I love Lincolns, so I had to think. But there's a reason that I said that. And we talk about social media influencing people. No, social media is just exposing people. I talked about this earlier. I said the acronym AIM. Social media just exposes people. AIM. Cedric, you weren't in here when I said this. AIM is an acronym for aspiration, inspiration, motivation. It's like social media is just putting it on display, right? So like man, to the extent that Shein is like $6 for clothes and shit, right? But it tells you can dress the best for less, and so now you're dressing like the star. It's
Hold on,
like,
hold on.
got-
Before you go, I got a great pushback for that.
yeah,
I got a
go ahead.
question. Can I ask a question?
yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
So, how if it's displayed, how is it not how are you not influenced if it's not displayed?
What I'm saying is, it's just a new. It's okay. Facebook is nothing. Facebook Marketplace is nothing but the new like Sears catalog, if you will, or like you know what I'm saying. Even better. For some people in a certain class, it's the DuPont registry. For other people, it's just like the place that you go to get a fucking dump truck.
I got an example. East Bay.
Exactly. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, and for those of you who have watched The Wire, right? It's literally just time just repeating itself. So even though we have social media, you know what I'm saying? It's the new magazine. And so we're saying social media, but really all we're saying is it's the same exposure in a new way. So like when I'm talking about, I only know that people like Tisha Campbell had existed. My mother was dark skinned. My father was dark skinned. Most of the people in my family was dark skinned. I never knew that Creole women existed until I saw Little Shop of Horrors. And that's been my pole ever since. I love light skinned women with green eyes. I'm not saying I don't like dark skinned women. I'm not saying that at all because I absolutely do. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is exposure to Tisha Campbell being in the house, Channel 21, WTTO at Mama Bay House on 12th Avenue in East Thomas. The first time I saw it is 1990. It didn't have anything to do with social media, but it was media. Take the social out of it. It's media. So media is the influence. It doesn't have anything to do with social. Media has always been social.
Okay,
news,
so
north, east, west, south points. That's what news means. North, east, west, south.
But,
news.
But my dynamic to it is for you to like those for you to like those light-skinned women. That show had to be displayed for you to be influenced by to like those. So what I'm saying is, if social media can't just be a display, because if it's like I feel like any display that influences somebody, it can't just be a display.